Hello class, welcome to this week's filmmaking lesson. So this week I'm not be here on this week because I'm going to Liberty Square Magic Kingdom with my friends. So yeah, let's do teaching here. So today we will be doing 2019 home video. We will be doing multi home video releases. So if you go to 2019 in home video, it might show up to Wikipedia. Yeah, 2020 should be up. Okay, let's scroll down to what we just did so far. Alright, we did Descendants 3, Avengers Endgame, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Aladdin 1992, Aladdin 2019, Brave, A Bug's Life, Cars 2, Finding Dory, Finding Nemo, The Good Dinosaur, The Incredibles, Inside Out 2015, Monsters Incorporated, Monsters University, The Princess and the Frog, Ratatouille, Tangled, Up, Wall-E, Wreck-It Ralph, Dark Phoenix. So on today, we will be doing Solo, a Star Wars story film. Well, it's 2018 film. Here is a plot in this film. On the planet Corellia, orphan children are made to steal to survive. Young adults Han and Qi'ra make an escape from a local gang. They bribe on an Imperial officer with stolen coaxium, a powerful hyperspace fuel, from passage and on an outgoing transport. But Qi'ra is apprehended before she can board. Han vows to return for her and joins the Imperial Navy as a flight cadet. When the recruiting officer asks for his surname, Han explains that he is alone with no family, so the recruiter gives him the last name Solo. 3 years later, Han has been expelled from the Imperial Flight Academy for insubordination and is serving as an infantryman on Mimban. He encounters a group of criminals posing as Imperial soldiers led by Tobias Beckett. Han attempts to blackmail them into taking him with them, but Beckett has him arrested for desertion and thrown into a pit to be fed to a Wookiee named Chewbacca. Able to understand Chewbacca's language, Han persuades him to cooperate to escape. Beckett, aware of the usefulness of a Wookiee's strength, rescues and enlists them in the gang to steal the shipment of coaxium on Vendor 1. The plan goes awry when the Cloud Riders, a group of so-called terrorists led by Enfys Nest, arrive, resulting in the deaths of 2 crew members, including Beckett's wife, and the destruction of a coaxium. Beckett reveals that he was ordered to steal the shipment for Dryden Voss, a high-ranking crime boss in the Crimson Dawn Syndicate. Han and Chewbacca volunteer to help him steal another shipment to repay the debt. They travel to Voss' yacht where Han finds Qi'ra, who has joined Crimson Dawn and is Voss' top lieutenant. Han suggests a risky plan to steal unrefined coaxium from the mines on Kessel. Voss approves, but insists Qi'ra accompany the team. She leads them to Lando Calrissian, an accomplished smuggler and pilot who she hopes will lend them his ship, a freighter called the Millennium Falcon. Han challenges Lando to a game of sabacc, with a wager being Lando's ship Lando cheats to win but agrees to join the mission in exchange for a share of the profits. After reaching Kessel and the Falcon and infiltrating the mine, Lando's droid, co-pilot L-337, instigates a slave revolt. In the confusion, they steal the coaxium, but L-3 is severely damaged, and Lando is injured during the escape. Meanwhile, Chewbacca manages to find a group of other Wookiees that had gone into hiding after the Empire had conquered their original homeworld. But when the others decide to take another ship to escape, Chewbacca chooses to stay with Han with the help of L-3's navigational computer hardwired into the ship's systems. Han pilots the ship through the dangerous and uncharted Kessel Run in approximately 12 parsecs to elude an Imperial blockade. The Falcon, badly damaged, lands on the planet Savareen to process the coaxium. During a confrontation with Enfys, who tracked the team from Vendor, Lando flees in the Falcon, deserting everyone else. Enfys explains to Han that she and her crew are not pirates, but rebels made up of the victims from the tyrannical state of the galaxy trying to strike back at the syndicates in the Empire. Han becomes sympathetic to their cause and tries to trick Voss, but the crime lord reveals Beckett has already alerted him to the double cross. Voss sends his guards to kill Enfys, but the Cloud Riders overpower them instead, leaving Voss defenseless. Having anticipated Voss's strategy, Han tries to take the coaxium, only for Beckett to betray Voss, escaping with it and taking Chewbacca hostage. Kree-Ra kills Voss and sends Han after Beckett. She contacts Voss' superior, the former Sith Lord Maul. I'll call him Mal, okay? Class? To inform him of the mission's failure and claim Voss' position, she blames the failure on Beckett, never mentioning Han. Maul orders Kree-Ra to meet with him on Dathomir. Han catches up to Beckett and confronts him, shooting Beckett before he can return fire. With his dying words, Beckett tells Han that he made a smart choice because he would have shot Han. Kree-Ra leaves in Voss's yacht, while Han and Chewbacca turn the coaxium over to Enfys, who offers Han a chance to join the rebellion against the Empire. When he declines, she gives him a vial of coaxium, enough to purchase a ship of his own. Han and Chewbacca locate Lando and challenge him to a rematch in Sabak, once again wagering the Falcon. Han wins, having stolen the card Lando was keeping up his sleeve in order to cheat, and he and Chewbacca leave for Tatooine, where Han heard a crime lord is putting together a profitable job, and the film ends with the Falcon jumping into hyperspace. Alright. So on tomorrow, we will be doing Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, 1999 film. Here is a plot in this film. The True Federation upsets order and disrupts peace in the Galactic Republic by blockading the planet Naboo. In preparation for a full-scale invasion, the Republic's leader, Supreme Chancellor Valorum, dispatches Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn and his apprentice Obi-Wan Kenobi to negotiate with Trade Federation Viceroy Newt Gunray, Darth Sidious, and Sith Lord, and the Trade Federation's secret benefactor, orders the Viceroy to kill the Jedi and begin their invasion with an army of battle droids. The Jedi escape and flee to Naboo. During the invasion, Qui-Gon saves the life of a clumsy Gungan outcast Jar Jar Binks from being run over by a droid transport undebted to Qui-Gon. Jar Jar leads the Jedi to Oto Gunga, an underwater city of Naboo. The Jedi try to persuade the Gungan leader Boss Nass to help the planet's surface dwellers, but are unsuccessful. However, the Jedi manage to obtain Jar Jar's guidance and underwater transport to Theed, the capital city of Naboo. They narrowly avoid getting eaten by sea monsters on the way. They rescue Naboo's queen, Padme Amidala, and escape from the blockaded planet on her royal starship, intending to reach the Republic capital planet of Coruscant. The ship is damaged, and as they pass the Federation blockade and the hyperdrive is caught in the crossfire, rendering it useless, they land for repairs on the outlying desert planet of Tatooine. Situated beyond the Republic's jurisdiction, Qui-Gon, Jar Jar, astromech droid R2-D2, and Padme, disguised as one of her handmaidens, visit the settlement of Mos Espa to purchase spare parts at a junk shop. They meet the shop's owner, Watto, and his 9-year-old slave, Anakin Skywalker, a gifted pilot and engineer who has built a protocol droid called C-3PO. Qui-Gon senses a strong presence of the Force within Anakin and is convinced that he is the prophesied chosen one, unable to buy the required hyperdrive parts due to the Republic's currency being worthless on Tatooine. Qui-Gon wagers both the parts and Anakin's freedom with Watto in a pod race. Anakin wins and joins the group to be trained as a Jedi, leaving behind his mother, Shmi. En route to their starship, Qui-Gon encounters Darth Sidious' apprentice, who intends to capture Amidala. A duel ensues, but Qui-Gon quickly disengages and escapes on board the ship. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan escort Amidala to Coruscant so that she can plead her people's case to Chancellor Valorum in the Galactic Senate. Qui-Gon asks the Jedi Council for permission to train Anakin as a Jedi, but the Council refuses, concerned that Anakin is vulnerable to the dark side of the Force. Undaunted, Qui-Gon vows to take up Anakin and his new disciple. Meanwhile, Naboo's Senator Palpatine persuades Amidala to call for a vote of no confidence in Chancellor Valorum to elect a more capable leader to resolve the crisis. Though she is successful in pushing for a vote, Amidala grows frustrated with the corruption in the Senate and decides to return to Naboo. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are ordered by the Jedi Council to accompany the Queen and investigate the return of the Sith. Known for nearly a millennium, they had believed to be extinct. On Naboo, Padme reveals herself to the Gungans as Queen Amidala and persuades them to join in an alliance against the Trade Federation. Despite being inept at combat, Jar Jar is promoted to general and joins his people in a battle against the droid army, while Padme leads the search for Viceroy Gunray in Theed. During a battle in the starship hangar, Qui-Gon tells Anakin to wait on the cockpit of a vacant starfighter. Anakin inadvertently triggers its autopilot, joining the battle against the Federation droid control ship in space. Anakin blunders into the hangar of the droid control ship and causes its destruction from within before escaping, deactivating the droid in the army in the process. Meanwhile, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan battle Darth Maul, who mortally wounds Qui-Gon, but is then dissected by Obi-Wan and falls down the pit. As he lies dying, Qui-Gon requests that Obi-Wan train Anakin and dies in Obi-Wan's arms. Palpatine is elected as the new Supreme Chancellor, and Gunray is arrested. Yoda promotes Obi-Wan to the rank of Jedi Knight and reluctantly accepts Anakin as Obi-Wan's apprentice. Padme presents a gift of thanks to Boss Nass and the Gungans during a celebratory parade. Alright, on Thursday, we will be doing Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Tusken 2 film. Here is a plot to this film. 10 years after the Trade Federation's invasion of Naboo, the Galactic Republic is threatened by the separatist movement organized by former Jedi Master Count Dooku. Senator Padme Amidala comes to Coruscant to vote on a motion to create an army to assist the Jedi against this threat, narrowly avoiding an assassination attempt upon her arrival. She is placed under the protection of Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi and his apprentice, the 19-year-old Anakin Skywalker. The two Jedi thwart a second attempt on her life and subdue the assassin, Zam Wesell. She is killed by her client, a bounty hunter, before she can reveal his identity. The Jedi Council instructs Obi-Wan to find the bounty hunter, while Anakin is tasked to protect Padme and escort her back to Naboo, where he expresses his romantic feelings for her. Obi-Wan's investigation leads him to the mysterious ocean planet of Kamino, where he discovers an army of clones being produced for the Republic, with bounty hunter Jango Fett serving as their genetic template. Obi-Wan introduces Jango to be the bounty hunter he is seeking, and after a fierce battle, places a homing beacon on Jango's ship, the Slave One. Obi-Wan then follows Jango and his clone son, Boba Fett, to the rocky planet Geonosis. Meanwhile, Anakin is troubled by visions of his mother, Shmi, in pain and decides to head to Tatooine with Padme to save her. Watto reveals that he sold Shmi to Moisture farmer Klieg Lars, who then freed and married her. Klieg tells Anakin that she was abducted by Tusken Raiders weeks earlier and is likely dead. Determined to find her, Anakin ventures out and finds Shmi at the Tusken campsite, where she dies in his arms. Enraged, Anakin massacres the Tusken tribe. He later declares to Padme that he will find a way to prevent the deaths of his loved ones. On Geonosis, Obi-Wan discovers a separatist gathering led by Count Dooku, who Obi-Wan learns the authorized Padme's assassination and is developing a droid army with Trade Federation recoroid new gunray, Obi-Wan transmits his findings to the Jedi Council, who allow Senate Representative Jar Jar Binks to propose a vote to grant emergency powers to Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. The successful outcome allows the clone army to be utilized. Anakin and Padme go to Geonosis to rescue Obi-Wan but are captured by Jango. Dooku sentences the trio to death, but they are saved by a battalion of clone troopers led by Yoda, Mace Windu, and another Jedi. Mace beheads Jango during the rescue. Obi-Wan and Anakin intercept Dooku, and the three engage in a lightsaber battle. Dooku injures Obi-Wan and severes Anakin's right arm, but Yoda arrives and defends them. Dooku uses force powers to distract Yoda and flees to Coruscant, where he delivers blueprints for a superweapon to his Sith master. Darth Sidious, as a Jedi, acknowledge the beginning of the Clone Wars. Anakin is fitted with a robotic hand and secretly marries Padme and Naboo with C-3PO and R2-D2 as witnesses. Alright. On Friday, we will be doing Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith film. Well, it's like 2005 film. Here is a plot in this film. 3 years after the beginning of the Clone Wars, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi and Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker laid a mission to rescue the kidnapped Supreme Chancellor Palpatine from the cyborg separatist commander General Grievous during a space battle over Coruscant after infiltrating Grievous's flagship. The Jedi battle Count Dooku, while Anakin and decapitates at Palpatine's urging. Grievous escapes the battle-torn ship in which the Jedi crash-land in Coruscant. There, Anakin reunites with his wife, Padme Amidala, who reveals that she is pregnant. While initially excited, Anakin begins to have prophetic visions of Padme dying in childbirth. Palpatine appoints Anakin to the Jedi Council as his representative and informant. The Council allows Anakin as a member, but declines to grant Anakin the rank of Jedi Master and orders him to spy on Palpatine, diminishing Anakin's faith in the Jedi. Palpatine attempts Anakin with his knowledge of the dark side of the Force, including the power to prevent death. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan travels to Utapo, where he kills Grievous, and Yoda travels to the Wookiee homeworld of Kashyyyk to defend it from a separatist invasion. Palpatine reveals to Anakin that he is the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, and that he knows how to save Padme. Anakin reports Palpatine's treachery to Mace Windu, who confronts the Sith Lord with 3 other Jedi Masters. Palpatine easily slays the 3 Masters, but is subdued by Windu, who uses his lightsaber to return Palpatine's Force lightning, disfiguring him, fearing that he will lose Padme if Palpatine dies. Anakin severes Windu's hand, allowing Palpatine to throw him out of the window. Anakin pledges himself to Sidious, who dubs him Darth Vader. Palpatine then issues Order 66, which commands the clone troopers to betray and kill their commanding Jedi officers. Meanwhile, the newly united Vader brings with him the 101st Legion to help kill the remaining Jedi in the temple, including the younglings, the children in training, before traveling to the volcanic planet of Mustafar to slaughter the separatist leaders. Palpatine soon declares himself emperor before the Galactic Senate, transforming the Republic into the Galactic Empire and declaring the Jedi as traitors. Having survived the chaos, Obi-Wan and Yoda return to Coruscant and learn of Vader's betrayal. Yoda orders Obi-Wan to confront Vader while he deals with Palpatine. Obi-Wan informs Padme of Vader's loyalty to the Sith, leaving her distraught, and she goes to Mustafar, with Obi-Wan having sneaked aboard her ship to persuade Vader to return and raise their child. Seeing Obi-Wan and Padme's ship and thinking they have conspired to kill him, Vader angrily chokes Padme. Obi-Wan engages Vader in the lightsaber duel and, after gaining the higher ground, warns his former pupil to stand down. When Vader attacks, Obi-Wan severs his legs and left arm, leaving him at the bank of a lava flow. Obi-Wan picks up Vader's lightsaber, watches in horror as flames consume the fallen Jedi, and leaves him for dead on Coruscant. Yoda battles Palpatine until their duel reaches a stalemate. Yoda then flees with Ball Organa, while Palpatine, sensing that his apprentice is in danger, travels with Mustafar. Obi-Wan regroups with Yoda on an asteroid, where Padme gives birth to twins, whom she names Luke and Leia before dying. On Mustafar, Palpatine finds Vader barely alive and brings him to Coruscant, where his mutilated body is treated and covered in a black armored suit. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan and Yoda plan to conceal the twin from the Sith and exile themselves from the Empire, while Padme's funeral takes place on her homeworld of Naboo. Vader and the Emperor oversee the construction of the Death Star. Bail and his wife, Breatha, adopt Leia and take her to Alderaan, while Obi-Wan delivers Luke to his step-uncle and aunt, Owen and Beru Lars, on Tatooine before going into exile there. Alright, that's all the Walt Disney Home Video releases we got. So second, we will be doing Emma Monkey Pictures and Roma Cow Productions and Nkechi's Comedy Shorts. It is a reboot of a turkey who has been bullied by the raccoons, and Turkey has been running away to the shore where he splashes into the water, and Turkey was saved in the water, but Raccoon was still there, still bullying Turkey. When he got out to the water, he walks to the bear and asks him for his help to find his home, but Bear refuses. He shoots Turkey in his neck and finds out that he will become dinner. The bear rips off the turkey and burns Turkey into the oven, and when he snores and he wakes up and he hears a ding, and Bear told the audience that the turkey is ready. Alright. So on third, we will be doing Samsung Galaxy Note 10 series. It is about Mine, who is never giving up on her books, but she fainted in the last episode. While there, Buzz Lightyear, Ducky, and Bunny are retraining the Jackalope hunters, but Buzz refuses to listen for Ducky and Bunny. While there, they return to the Huria world to confront the drones. Alright, so that's all I got for today. Let's do some work now.